Hey guys, what's up? It's Pixelated-Apollo. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Total War Warhammer. This is actually my very first online pitch battle. It's a 2v2 between good versus good. It's the Dwarves taking on the Empire. The Empire is actually located down here, waiting for the Dwarves to charge down the hill and to strike. This is actually a really chaotic and extremely close fight. So it's a great way to start the new game, and I'm really excited to show you this replay. So I'm commanding one of the Dwarven armies. My ally is Oakley from THFE Productions. We're going to be working together to try to take out Warrior of Sparta and Alex the Rambler. So they're two armies, they're right next to each other. So let's start with the army comps. We'll start with my army. So we'll start with my general actually. My general is a lord. It's just the lord. It's the basic dwarven lord, basic general. And then I've got a legendary hero. I've got the runesmith. So these guys are going to be working together, fighting, you know, shoulder to shoulder throughout the fight, you know, supporting each other. It's like the general's own personal bodyguard. And then the rest of my army, I've got some iron breakers. These guys are really good. Elite infantry, look just so nasty. They also have some skirmishing capabilities. They throw charges, almost like Nafatoons, and they just explode and cause these massive explosions. It's pretty awesome to see in action. And then I've got 2 units of the Hammerers, another very elite infantry. I'm really counting on these guys to perform well to take victory this day. So let's see what else do I got. I'm actually bringing some Slayers. This was a big mistake on my part. I don't know what I was thinking. You know, I think it was because before this, I was fighting a lot of orcs and greenskin armies. So they have a lot of monsters. So just through, I don't know, through just instinct, I just got the Slayers, but then I realized that I was fighting the Empire and how stupid that was. But, you know, it's not the end of the world because the Slayers can actually fight pretty well in melee. They just do better against, you know, bigger units. And then I've got the Thunderers. This is my skirmishing force. 2 units of Thunderers. Got the nice guns here, some gunpowder. Very good. The muskets and like gunpowder guns in this game seem to be very, very powerful. They just rip through units. And then I've got 4 units of the Dwarf Warriors great weapons. So they've got the great axes here. We'll get a nice zoom in on these guys. There's their deadly axes. And then the rest of my infantry is another basic troop here, the Dwarf Warriors. This is the same unit without the great weapons. So they got the shield and the axes. So we'll get another view here. I like the variation here. It looks really nice. The remaining forces of my army, I have a couple gyrocopters. I've got the gyro bomber. It's got like 12 bombs. You can actually see the bombs on the side there. There's the pilot. He's ready to go. He's ready to kill some humans. And then I've got the gyrocopter with the brimstone gun. So I think this battle actually takes a while to start, so we still have some time before the battle begins. So let's now look at my ally's army, and we'll begin with his general, which is Iron Fist here. So he actually didn't bring any legendary heroes, he's just got his general here. And then over in the flank, he's got 2 units of the Grudge Throwers, so this is like the basic catapult for the Dwarves. And then he has about 4 units of the Hammerers, which are currently charging down the forest on the flank. So there you go. Again, very elite unit. We're going to rely on those Hammerers. We're going to need them. And then he's got 2 units of Miners. This is like the cheapest low-tier infantry for the Dwarves. He might be using these for meat shield or just, you know, trying to stop any, like, you know, charges from the Empire, from their cav or anything like that. Absorb a charge or something like that. And then for his the rest of his army, he has some Dwarf Warriors. He's also bringing some Dwarf Warriors right in the center in this beautiful forest. He's bringing some Quarrelers, the crossbows. He also has 2 units of Thunderers, which I'm not sure exactly where are the Thunderers. I know he's got them somewhere. I think they're further down. Man, you know, our army's just so mixed together. Oh, here's the Thunderers. And then he's also bringing some Iron Breakers and actually he's bringing a lot of Iron Breakers, like 3-4 units of them. And he also has some gyrocopters. I think he has one gyrocopter, which is going around this way. Okay, we need to pause it here, guys, because the fight is about to begin. So let's real quick look at the Empire. We'll start with Alex's army. So he's got some Reichsguard. I mean, the Empire Cav just does deadly Cav charges. And then he's got one more unit of Demigryph Knights, even deadlier than the Reichsguard. I mean, you gotta get chargers with these guys because they will just wreck units, Shrek units. And then he's got some halberdiers to help hold the line. So these guys are pretty good. They're one of the best Empire units. Very good at holding the line. And then he is bringing some great swords. He actually has 6 units of the great swords. Very good. You get a good charge with these guys. You get them in the the thick of the fight, and they will rack up some kills. And this guy's especially excited. And then he's bringing 2 mortars for his artillery. So very nice, classic Empire artillery there. And let's see, he's got some handgunners in the front line. I think he also has some crossbowmen as well. So yeah, he's got a good mix of different skirmishers. For his general, let's see, where is his general? I think he's got Carl. Yes, he has Carl for his general on his mount. There he is. Look at the glorious bastard. Look at him. It looks like he's on the move as we speak. And then we'll move on to Warrior's army. He's bringing a mortar, and he also has, I think he's got a great cannon. Actually, yeah, a mortar and a great cannon. And let's see, for his infantry, he's bringing some great swords. He's got some swordsmen in the back, so we haven't seen them yet before. So there's the swordsman. And in the front lines, he's got some handgunners. So I think he's got like 2 units of handgunners. He's bringing a lot of demigryphs. This is where most of his money is going. So yeah, that's why he has like not as elite infantry as his ally. But anyways, guys, let's start this battle. That's enough chit chat. Let's do this. So this is actually Oakley going for the flank. There we go. A beginning volley there. Actually, very smart move with the dwarves. Try to use your gyrocopters to take out the cav of enemy forces. As long as you're pretty far away from archers or any other flying mounts or flying, creatures or machines, you'll do all right. I'm pretty sure Carl's not gonna commit here. So let's actually see the point of view here of Carl. Come on, Carl, get in there. He's actually going pretty far. Look at that. Okay, there you go. He's gonna head back to his army. He's got to lead them to victory. So let's go ahead and exit out of here. Here we got a mortar coming in. Check this out, guys. Here comes the mortar. Very deadly range, screaming through the air, just missing the dwarf warriors. I noticed that the demigryphs here are going way to the flank, and this is really good for my gyrocopters because he's not near any support. So nothing like demigryphs cannot take out gyrocopters. So this is a really good target. As long as I stay high above in the air and just fire down, I should be able to take out a very expensive cav unit. Here comes the grudge throwers crashing into the Empire. Come on, men! Don't let a couple artillery volleys, destroy your morale. Just keep charging forward. Here comes another volley. Let's see if this hits anyone. Oh, wiping out the Empire, but he's gonna move forward. Let's turn the HUD back on because we do have Carl going in for a little charge there. Charging into my dwarf warriors. Not a great start. We were a little hesitant here. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know if we were going to charge in, be a little bit more passive, be more conservative. But here's my gyrocopters firing at the demigryphs. Just, trying to take out as many as I can before they start charging around my men and getting some good cav charges on my poor dwarves. There we go. Here's the gun. I don't think I've taken one out yet. It's a little disheartening there. Let's head back over to the other side of the fight. We do have a bright wizard. I forgot to show you this, guys, but Alex the Rambler is bringing a bright wizard to the fight. He is on a mount. Oh god, here we go. He's doing some spells. He's setting a spell. I'm not. Oh my god. That is what he was doing. A really good target right there. A huge cluster of dwarves And the mortars still screaming through the air, still hitting our troops. And this is not a great start for the dwarves. Oh my god. It's like Vietnam in here. It's ridiculous. Here comes the gyrocopters. Let's see, what are they going to do? They're just kind of hovering over. You need to be careful. You need to watch out for... yes, they're getting hit with the archers there. You got to watch out for that. You don't want to lose gyrocopters early in the game. My gyrocopter is still firing at the demigryphs. Warrior Sparta, he's going to get out of there. He noticed the firing of the gyrocopter, so he's going to retreat back. And this is where we decide to kind of focus on this flank of the battle, because we're going to try to break through one side and cause the other parts of the Empire to try to wrap around to save the other side of the battle. So, yeah, my men are getting hit hard here. This is actually some Longbeards from Oakley. He's getting hit from crossbows and artillery. Oh, jeez. Did you see that mortar? Just destroying my dwarf warriors. They've taken a lot of casualties. 83 men left in this unit. They got hit with archers, mortars. I had to fall back in the trees, try to prevent any more losses there, because... yeah, it's a very shaky start. Very, very shaky start. So the Bright Wizard, he went back to his battle lines. My General and the Runesmith still working together, trying to avoid the artillery fire. My Thunderers are now in range, so let's see them in action. Here we go. They're going to get their guns. Come on, firemen! Into the... Yes! Into the ranks. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Taking out the handgunners. Handgunners versus Thunderers. I'm not sure exactly who's better. Not sure at all. But Oakley has a small invasion force. I think these guys are hidden in the trees. You know what, guys? Let's do some slow-mo here, because these battles are so chaotic and so quick. So we definitely need to slow it down here. So, okay. So we've got the Hammerers over here from Oakley. They are a hidden troop. We are really, like I said earlier, we're going to really focus on the flank here. We got another Bright Wizard spell here coming down on my Dwarf Warriors. Let's see. Oh, it looks like he missed, though, most of my unit. That is good. I'm going to get out, saving a lot of troops there. Keep my men moving. You got to watch out for that magic, especially when you're the Dwarves and you don't have any magic. We've got a nice archer skirmish battle between the Thunderers and I think some crossbows over there. So the Thunderers actually they've got a pretty good range. So we definitely like this force location, and we don't really want to give it up necessarily. We kind of want the Empire to go in, but he is winning the skirmish so far. So let's go back to normal speed here. I don't want it to be super, super slow. So yeah, here's the front lines. Get ready, men. Fire into those trees. We can't see the dwarves, but they're somewhere in there. Here comes a returning volley, though, from the dwarves. Oh, taking out a couple men. Getting some hits. Oh, what is this? Oh my god. I don't know what this is exactly called. You know, there's so many spells. It's hard to remember the names of them. But here comes the charge of the Thunderers. Let's see them in action. Here they go. They're going to charge in, try to take out some of those gunners. It looks like they are going to take some out. And the main infantry fight has begun. We've got a lot of dwarves charging into the Empire lines. Warrior was not able to get a charge with his great swords. Let me exit out of this view. So here's the fight. And I'm going to send in more troops to try to reinforce my my allies' charge. I've got my dwarf warriors going in. Here they go. I do have some troops breaking up there. That's actually Oakley's dwarf warriors breaking. So I was a little bit slow to support his assault, but hopefully we can recover from that. Now we got the demigryphs flanking around. Not a good sight, but the Hammerers should actually do pretty well against these guys in prolonged melee. They are wavering. Oh, but my gyrocopter is here as well, so I'm trying to save this flank with the gyrocopter. Oh my god, this is just going so fast. There's so much chaos right now. Let's slow it down a little bit. We're gonna have to do this a couple times in these Warhammer battles because they're so chaotic and so quick. They're just unbelievably fast. Here comes more volleys from the dwarves trying to take out these great swords. The front lines right here. If we head over to the other side, it's just a big skirmish. It really is. The Empire starting to fold around. This is actually what we want. We want them to go into the forest because we can kind of ambush them in there. But anyways, let's head back to the front lines. Oh my god! Oh, the grudge catapult getting some hits. This is where I'm actually dropping some bombs. Watch this, guys. You have to manually drop bombs on the battle line. So I'm gonna try to let's get rid of the HUD. Trying to hover over, trying to find some really beefy targets. Let's see if I can watch one of the bombs drop somewhere. Come on. I guess you can't actually see the bombs actually like fall off the gyrocopter. But my allies catapult doing an excellent job taking out these stationary great swords. Look at that. You see that? It's relentless. Just relentless. Here we go. Let's see if I drop a bomb here. I know I do it soon. I just don't want to miss. There we go. Yes. Oh, I took out a couple guys there. Fantastic. The great swords are pushing over here. I got my slayers in the fight now. They're not doing great, but at least they're doing something. They are certainly doing something. Here we go. Let's come on. This is where I really start to maneuver and just drop a ton of bombs. All right, let's head over to the other side. Looks like we've got a general over here. We got Carl. This is Alex's general. He's kind of in the forest. We got a nice fight going on in the forest as well. So Alex is committing his forces to try to take out our forest positions. Let's head over to other parts. So yes, my Dwarven warriors, is this my Dwarven warrior? Yes, it is my Dwarven warriors. So I was keeping them back in reserve because I didn't want Alex to, you know, in case Alex began to charge into our forces. So oh, cool animation right there. Look at that. A lot of jumping in this game. You notice that a lot. A lot of the soldiers will just jump up and try to get some kills. We got more small pockets of fighting over here. Very nice, very nice. And then we got the Longbeards. Very nice. I love the Longbeards, man. They got some long beards, you know that? So yeah, they're doing a pretty good job holding this front line. Let's head back to normal speed. Let's get a little bird's eye view of the situation. I mean, look at this fight, guys. This is just complete chaos. There was so much going on. That's one of the tricky things with Warhammer, is just trying to be able to use all of your special abilities. I mean, as the Dwarves, you've got special abilities with your general, with your legendary hero. You got bombs dropping from the gyro bomber. And now my general's charging into the fight. Here he is. Here he is, the Lord going in. And then the legendary hero, Runesmith, helping him out. Man, these guys. Oh, look at he charged in with his helmet like a bull. That is great. So, yeah, I'm trying to support my general by dropping bombs on these bastards. I gotta kill him. We are greatly outnumbered, but again, my heroes are fighting back to back. And things are going pretty well in the forest. We've got a lot of fire and explosions going on over here. The hammerers still trying to take out the demigryphs. It's getting a little framey over here, guys. There's a lot going on. And this is a warrior's general. It's the general of the empire is the name. It's kind of like the basic general. So it's a lot of close quarter fighting here, and of course we've got some thunderers firing through the forest. This is actually my thunderers trying to focus down warrior's general. I got to take out those generals because we got to win this battle. We got to take victory here today, and it's not looking great, guys. It's such an even battle, but so far it's in favor of the empire. My general is completely surrounded. There we go. I use a debuff there. And my general just swarmed. I don't think I even realized this was going on. I think I just threw him in. And thankfully he's super strong. Oh my god, he just took out like 2 guys there. Oh my god, what is that? Oh yes, the Bright Wizard throwing in some fire bombs there. My dwarf, or I think this is Oakley's dwarves. Yes, taking on Carl Franz. Oh jeez, do not mess with Carl. Come on, Carl. But we got some pretty intense fighting over here. The Bright Wizard just lighting everything aflame. Oh jeez, what is the explosions coming from? I'm not even sure. I think it might be the dwarves, but the demigryphs are gonna retreat out of there. Oh my god! Yes, it's the Iron Breakers. It is the Iron Breakers that are causing those. That's what I'm talking about. They have those charges. Woo-hoo-hoo, that's what I'm talking about. That is beautiful, beautiful volley there of the charges, you know, setting them. Here they go, here they go. Oh my god, just wiping out the Empire. Do not mess with the Iron Breakers. I've got some warriors here. I think they returned from routing. That's why I didn't really notice them. But the Bright Wizard right here watching over the forest. He's probably saving up some, you know, letting his magic recharge. And then I've got my Thunderers focusing down one of the generals. That is the general of the Empire. That's warriors forces. I've got some victorious Hammerers who are on the front lines. They're going to fall back because I noticed that there's a lot of Empire great swords here. Oh my goodness, what is this? The Longbeards taking on these great swords. We gotta break these guys. My general is still alive. Here is Oakley's general. And my general, we're charging together. Using a bunch of buffs. Come on, break these great swords. This is what I'm talking about. The great swords are really, really good. Extremely good. God, this battle was, it's just so chaotic. Alright, my Thunderers are stuck in melee. They had to switch to their axes. Looks like they're having some success here. Now they're going to switch back to their guns and fire at the men retreating. Shoot them in the backs. We got a lot of breaking from the Empire. The balance of power is still in favor of the Empire because we've got a lot of forces in the forest. And of course, we've got the Reichsguard who are just trashing our Dwarven infantry. You got to be careful. You got to watch out for those charges. And the Demigryphs, you know, charging through the forest here. And Carl, of course, is trying to focus down this position as well. Let's see, he's taking on the Iron Breakers. And they are breaking. I do have, actually, this is my Iron Breaker unit. Taking on Carl and the Bright Wizard. Not a good situation for these guys. But hopefully they can do some damage here. I think the Bright Wizard, actually, no, the Bright Wizard and Carl, they still have a lot of health. A lot of health. We've got some small pockets of fighting over here too. We got the Great Sword is just melting through our forces. What was that? What was that? Did you hear that? I guess it was Carl just charging in. Oh man, this game. The replay is just as fun as the actual live battle. Hammerers taking on great swords now. These are my Hammerers. And let's see, what do we got over here? We've got more reinforcements. A lot of these guys were victorious on other parts of the battlefield, so they're kind of falling back to the forest. We're regrouping at the forest, and look at this, guys. Look at this. This is a Warrior's General. He is almost dead. He's taking on my Thunderers. He's trying to take out my skirmishing capabilities, but he is risking his gen. He is almost dead. If you look at that health bar, he is in the red. It's a very small, you know, small section there of his health, and my gyrocopter or gyro bomber is out of ammo. But the great thing about these gyro bombers and gyrocopters is that they can actually charge into the ground. Oh, what is this though? Oh, he's going for it. Oh, and then my Thunderers are supporting it. Oh, he's so close to dead. Look at that. He is so. Oh, he's just ripping through my Thunderers. Absolutely. Okay, let's again slow motion here. Let's see this forest battle. A lot going on. It seems pretty bad for us in the forest because there's a lot of great swords. We got the Demigryphs. He's slapping that Dwarven shield there. And then, let's see, more fighting here. We've got Oakley's General taking on a unit of great swords all by himself. Boom! See you later. Out of the park. Home run right there. And we've got more fighting. We've got the Hammerers trying to take out Carl, which he is taking some hits here. He's now at about half health. Maybe a little bit less. So yeah, definitely taking some pretty big damage against the Hammerers. I mean, you don't want to fight the Hammerers by yourself. They're pretty nasty. And geez, the Empire just has tons and tons of troops. More men running into the forest. All right, let's head back to normal speed. My Thunderers are breaking. Not a good sight. The Demigryph's got another charge in there. He's trying to save his general, and it seems like his general is going to be able to survive this fight. We've got more forces over here, just kind of waiting in reserve. You know, there's honestly, I don't even think they're waiting in reserve. I was probably just not even paying attention. There's so much stuff going on that, actually, you know what? This is my allies unit. But anyways, what I was saying is that there's so much stuff going on. You gotta manage all these different abilities. So sometimes you just lose focus and you don't realize that a unit has returned to the battle. But those demigriffs, man. Now, oh, what is this? Warrior Sparta sending in his general, using some buffs and debuffing some of my men. Man, he's getting pretty aggressive there with that general, that low health. And now I've got my general and my ally's general trying to take him out. There's that debuff. Debuff. Don't let this general escape. Do not let him escape. Look at this. At this point, Warrior's like, fly away, you bastard, fly away. So finally he takes off with the tiniest sliver of health. And we've got a lot of dwarves regrouping in this small forest. Yes, this is the age of reckoning. We took out a lot of demigriffs here. That was a pretty big success for us, but we need to go back to the forest. We are still hanging on. Very few troops, but we are still in this, guys. It is not over yet. The balance of power is pretty much dead even. I think the forest is pretty much ours now. So I think with the help of our generals and of course our elite iron breakers, we were able to claim the forest, but we must regroup. The Empire is now regrouping to the hill. And man, it just seems like the Empire's army is just endless. A lot of halberdiers, a lot of archers. So yeah, he's gonna fall back, which I think is pretty smart because our infantry is better at this point. If he tries to engage us with our infantry, it should be a pretty easy win. I'm falling back my legendary hero and my general. They were getting harassed there. Now I was very fortunate to have my thunderers back, but look at this, guys. We got some demigriffs coming in. Fire, guys. Quickly fire before, oh, they're wavering. Quick, take them out. And then my gyrocopter's going in just to make sure. There was a little charge there. It's gonna swing its tail into the demigriffs there. Yeah, take them out, come on. There we go, they are wavering. That was pretty close. That was an intense part of the battle. It was like, no, you will break, you bastard. So yeah, we do break the demigriffs, and I'm gonna push forward my thunderers, try to put some pressure on the men. For some reason, we've got some hammerers over here. Not sure how these guys got here in the chaos of that battle, but hey, it's pretty good because we can use them to flank around. So this is the situation, guys. Let's tab out. We can see what's going on. So we've got some forces in the forest. There's still a little bit of fighting over here, which we're about to see. Let's go ahead and check out that fight over there. It's a small engagement. It's actually pretty much over. Some great swords, but my ally Oakley was able to clean it up with some iron breakers and his general Iron Fist. Lots of iron in that engagement. So we've kind of got the Empire surrounded. You know, we've got small forces, small depleted units just all around him though. Ooh, one of the generals are wavering. This is Warrior's general. He's so depleted. He's so banged up there. He is starting to waver. A lot of our troops are wavering over here too. We've got some swordsmen charging in around our flank. Oh, come on. We got some debuffs though. Fire. Fire into that general. Do not let him escape this time. It is over for him. So yeah, the Empire trying to finish off my thunderers. Using his bright wizard. Let's see the point of view of the bright wizard. Yeah. Take him out. Take out my thunder. Oh. Man, that was a nasty charge, and now they're just feeding on my thunderers like prey. So yeah, unfortunate about my thunderers, but oh, okay, sorry guys, bad camera work there. This is where we decide to charge in because the fact that they are running away, they're trying to take out the thunderers, they're trying to take out our flank. So now is the time where we just have to commit our forces, and we gotta hope for the best. Just gotta hope for the best. Now the balance of power is actually now in our favor, so this battle is in our control. So I don't think it's a terrible idea that we're gonna chase down the Empire. So come on hammerers, get down there, iron breakers. Very good unit. We got a lot of good units left over. We're making sure that we don't use our buffs or debuffs too early. Because there's going to be a very critical part in this battle where we're going to need our buffs to win this fight. And this is where the Empire starts to form up. And this is like the final stand. The last stand of the Empire and the last charge from the Dwarves. There's 2 minutes and 43 seconds left. Who will take victory today? It will be decided right here, right now. The generals are still alive. Carl is still going strong. He's a little hurt there. but you know, he can still go on for a long time. The Bright Wizard is still going pretty strong as well. He's taking a lot of damage. He's still very confident though, which is not good. Our dwarves are getting hit by some crossbows, but we got to keep carrying on. Our armor is pretty good, so it should protect us from some of that arrow fire. But here we go, the point of view from the dwarves into this Empire last stand. Come on, dwarves, get in there. Yes. Oh, that was a good counter charge with the halberds, I must say. And here comes all the buffs. This is where everybody's just spamming their general buffs and debuffs. So here's Oakley's general. He's also very low. He's got to be careful. We cannot lose these generals. This is a... Oh, and the Bright Wizard taking out some men. That was a good shot right there. Here comes my general. Very nice. Very, very nice. More forces coming in. But the Bright Wizard still getting some good charges. Carl. Oh, that's actually Warrior's general. How is he still alive? That is crazy. He is so close. He has like 1% health. And they're teaming together, just ganging up on our forces. And this is so close because of Carl and because the other general. But I think we still have a ton of troops over here. Yeah, they're going to charge in here. The Hammerers, man. The Hammerers and the Iron Breakers. Never underestimate those guys. They are a tough unit to crack. So yeah, it's pretty much down to Carl. Carl Franz. Coral. Come on, Coral. But I think he's starting to waver there. Actually, he's going to get a charge there with the Bright Wizard. It's down to Carl and the Bright Wizard. Oh, we got some great swords too. But if you look at that bounce of power, I mean, it's still not game over. Like, there's still some troops storming in. This is brutally close. If a general dies here, it could be game over. Victory's in our grasp though. 17. Oh, there we go. There we go. Finally, the Empire breaks. And that is going to wrap up that very epic fight that was just all over the place in the forest, over at this flank. And it looked like the battle was going to end on this hill right here, but Warrior and Alex retreated to the small section to hold up the last stand, and thankfully we had enough elite troops and our generals and heroes to finish the job. So let's go ahead and end the replay and look at some of these stats. Now, unfortunately, Total War, they put losses instead of kills. Nobody likes that. I don't know why they're still doing that. But if we look at my Dwarf Warriors, good and bad. One got 100 kills. The others got like 1, 2, and 17. They had a pretty rough start at the beginning of this fight. My Dwarf Warriors over here, again, not great. 2 and 5, 37, 27. My Slayers getting 34, 29. My Hammers, oh, one got 220. And then my Iron Breakers, one got 106, 46. Thunderers doing pretty good. One did pretty good. And then my Gyrocopter only getting 11 kills, but my Bomber getting 81 kills. General getting 67 kills, and Runesmith getting 58 kills. If we look at Oakley's stats, his General got 102. The Longbeard's getting 115. Let's see, his Dwarven Warrior's not doing great. His Miner's not doing great. This one got 21 kills, which is pretty good for a miner. Or for the miners, for a miner, like under 18. No, but that was pretty good for a cheap unit. Crossbows, 32 kills. His Thunderer's doing all right. Ooh, his Grudge Thrower, 142, 125. That's amazing. That's a lot of kills with that catapult. And then his Gyrocopter getting 46. So, you know, nothing like stands out. Like nothing got like a ton of kills or anything like that. It seems it's very like an even spread between these forces. Now looking at Ramblers, Carl got 151. No surprise there. It's Carl. I mean, Carl Franz. He's going to get a ton of kills. The Great Sword. Look at the Great Swords, guys. Look at that. Ton of kills. You got to be careful with those great swords. His skirmishers did all right. His mortar did all right. His cav doing pretty good there. It's just a lot of kills from Rambler. That's really impressive. Warrior doing almost as good. His great swords didn't seem to perform as well. I think it's because he didn't get that charge off. But some of his demigriffs here got 153. which it's good. The other one's getting 78 and 67, which you really want them to perform a little bit better because they're so expensive. His great cannon, though, getting 158. So I hope you enjoyed today's battle. It was very chaotic, very fun. I had a blast playing them. The pitch battles in this game is pretty unbelievable, pretty dang chaotic. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, comment, and share. And if you haven't, be sure to subscribe if you want more epic battles from Warhammer. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.